Welcome to Cord Cutting This Week, episode number 65, the show where I give you my opinion on some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting right now. Now, this is my opinion. If you want to learn more about these stories I will cover today, in the show notes down below I'll put a link to each story so you can read about them for yourself. Come up with your own opinion. Let me know what you think I got wrong, what I got right, and what you think I should have covered this week that I didn't. So, also, hey, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It really does help us a lot. Lets us know that you like the content we're producing. Lets YouTube know that you like it. Also, hey, if you're new here, we do all kinds of videos related to cord cutting, helping you break free from the high cost of cable TV, from reviews and how-to guides to weekly cord cutting Q&As every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, and videos like this where we talk about some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting right now. So hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. We would really appreciate your support. All right, before we get into the stories, one really great deal came out this week that I wanted to let you know about. Sling TV is on sale for $15 a month for the first 3 months for new subscribers. If you've been thinking about trying Sling TV, heck, March Madness is coming up, and this $15 offer plus a Nintendo will allow you to watch March Madness. So check it out. Put a link to that deal in the show notes down below. But $15 a month for the Sling Orange or Sling Blue, your choice. If you want both, you can get both for $25 a month, a really good deal. And you can still add on the add-ons on top of it for the $5 or whatever you want to get with it. So link in the show notes, check that out. Again, $15 with a Sling Blue would give you all the channels that'll have March Madness, add in an antenna for CBS, and you're all set, or the CBS streaming for that there. All right, so let's dive into the news of the week. And again, hey, one thing with that deal, it's March 2nd when I'm posting this. I don't know when it's going to end. Don't wait. If you're watching this a month down the road, that deal may have expired. Just a little disclaimer there. But let's dive into the stories. A la carte TV has been something people have been asking about for a while. A la carte TV is the idea that instead of getting this big bundle of channels, you would be able to say, hey, I want A&E, AMC, the History Channel, Discovery, I want these channels, and I just want to pay for those, and that's it. Spectrum has kind of moved that direction a little bit by having a bundle where you could say, hey, for about $25 now, you can get your locals, some music channels, and 10 channels you pick from a list. Not exactly the a la carte we want, but it's a first step in that direction. And I think we'll see more people try to do that in the future where they'll say, hey, you pay a set fee, you pick a number of channels from a list, and there you go. Now, Discovery has hinted that they're looking at a more a la carte direct-to-consumer, as they called it, option. Now, this week, Discovery reported their fourth quarter 2018 earning numbers, and it was a little better than people expected. They made profit. A lot of that came from the fact that they now own Scripps also on top of the Discovery network, so HGTV and more are now owned by Discovery. And they said that, hey, some of the smaller channels, so probably not Discovery, probably not the TLC or HGTV, they're looking at taking a direct-to-consumer option, what that would mean, what they would sell that for. They're in the early process of considering this because as subscriber numbers fall, they're looking for ways to get these smaller channels, often on higher plans, which less people subscribe to and more people are canceling and downgrading, get them to the people who want them. Now, this kind of is the first step in what a lot of people have seen coming in the world of a la carte TV. It's probably not happening tomorrow. Would be surprised if it doesn't happen this year. And so we'll have to keep a close eye on the future of TV and the future of Discovery with this offer. Now, very interesting to see what Discovery does with this deal. Which channels will be offered, what they will sell it for. This reminds me a lot of back in the 90s when we had the whole cut out the middleman, right? All these companies wanted to cut out the middleman. It used to be if you had a chair company, the chair company would manufacture the chair, sell it to a wholesaler, which would then turn around, raise the price, sell it to a end store, maybe your local furniture store, etc., and they'll raise the price again. So you had the base price the chair company made, the middleman company made a little bit more, and the end store made even more money. And this push came to cut out the middleman and either have the chair company open their own stores and sell it directly to you online or in physical stores, or the chair company bypass the middleman and sell directly to your local furniture store. Now we're seeing that same thing here with cable TV kind of move in that direction, right? if Discovery, let's say 89 cents, most Discovery channels are sold for less than $1 each a month. Let's say 89 cents for a channel. Well, Comcast gets that and they raise the price. They have their fees, their taxes, their costs, and then they slap profit on top of that 89 cents. So now it's $1 or something for that channel. Well, you end up paying a lot more, but Discovery still only gets that 89 cents. If Discovery could say, hey, if we cut out the Comcasts of the world, the Dishes, the DirecTVs, the Sling TVs even, and we say, hey, we sell that for $1, we're now making more money than we make from that cable provider, and we get a direct relationship with you, the end user. Now, how fast we go there is still all up in the air. This is the dream, right? The ability to pick what you want. It's not going to happen overnight. I still foresee more of these, hey, you know, you pay us $20, you pick 10 channels, there you go, kind of deals. And it'll probably be a long time, maybe a couple years, before we see things like Discovery or Fox News or ESPN going that way. Even Disney has hinted that ESPN someday may be sold through something like ESPN Plus. Again, down the road. So what I find interesting here is that we're seeing the cracks in the wall. We're seeing those steps. We're seeing progress to a la carte TV. So my question to you is, if you could pick any of these a la carte TV channels to go that way, which one would it be? Which channels, which 5 channels would you want? Is it news channels, sports channels, AMC, A&E, that kind of stuff? Leave me a comment. It's the History Channel there. Let me know. And which one of the Discovery channels would you most like to see go to be direct to the consumer? All right, next up is a story that I kind of wanted to kick off a conversation about all these free services. Tubi has announced that they've struck a deal with NBC to bring 400 more movies and TV shows from classic NBC properties to Tubi. They've announced a few of them, which include things like Battlestar Galactica, Magnum PI, The A-Team, Bionic Woman, and more will be coming in a future date to Tubi. No date has been set for when this will happen, but it's a lot of back catalog content. And it really brings up to mind something I hear from a lot of people. Hey, I tried things like Tubi or Crackle, Sony's Crackle now, or the Roku channel, or Amazon's new Free Dive, or Pluto, or Zoom, all these services a long time ago. Didn't like the content, didn't like the user interface, didn't like the commercials, and I haven't tried it again in a long time. A few things I would encourage you to try them again. So these free services, a few things have happened. A, they've really improved their user interface. They've really improved the ads that they serve, how they serve them, the number of the ads, and the quality of the ads. And lastly, they've really improved the content that they offer. Instead of having a bunch of stuff you've never heard of, they've really gone out there and they've really struck deals for a lot of great content. Of course, Sony has all their Sony content. I saw their March lineup. They are bringing some good Sony content there. Of course, they have Seinfeld programming for free there. Tubi, tons of Paramount content, tons of now NBC Universal content, and more. So they really are doing a great job and adding more stuff. Of course, you have newer comers like Amazon's Free Drive, the Roku channel, and others. That if you have discounted these services, you said, hey, in the past, whatever, it wasn't worth my time, it wasn't worth my energy, and you just disregarded all these free services, I would really encourage you to give it a try again, right? Because things change, and maybe now you'll like it. Maybe now it'll be worth it. For me, I love it for the idea that sometimes I just want to have something on the background, and maybe there's nothing on Netflix or nothing on Amazon that looks interesting. There's so many other services that are 100% free that I can go and watch some Seinfeld as I'm doing our taxes. To get your taxes done, finally got mine done. But, you know, as I'm sitting on the couch, or answering emails or doing stuff where I'm not really paying attention. I don't want to binge watch something. I'm not want to watch Dexter where I want to pay attention to it. I just want something on that's background noise. Anybody ever hear just like some background noise? That's where I think these services really stand out, and I would really encourage you to check them out. My question to you is, what free services do you use? Legal ones? Do you use Crackle, Sony Crackle? I keep forgetting to include the Sony now. Tubi, PlayStation, or excuse me, the Roku channel, Pluto, Zoom, all these free ones. Which ones do you use? Do you like them? Why? Why not? I'd love to hear from you. All right, last story of the day. One of the most interesting things I really found happening right now is the fact that there has been a lot of questions about how services like Sling TV, YouTube TV, and others can offer all these channels. They must be losing money. I hear this quite all the time. Oh, YouTube TV must be losing money right now But the reality is they're probably not. And Sling gave us a look into why they're probably not losing money right now. According to Dish, the parent company, Sling tripled the ad revenue that they made in 2018 versus the money they made in 2017. And they didn't triple their numbers. The subscriber base didn't even double. They actually saw a slowdown in number of new subscribers. But they're using dynamic ads to improve the revenue with ads. So when you watch traditional cable, right, the ad you see is the ad everyone sees. And there's a few people selling them. Of course, the shows, the networks get their own ads. So if you're watching NBC, or let's go with AMC, this is a better example. So you're watching The Walking Dead, there are a certain number of commercials in there that AMC is selling themselves. And then there are some that your local cable affiliate will be selling inside that block to make money. If you ever watch the program and a commercial starts and then all of a sudden, after a second, another commercial plays on top of it, that's because the AMC will always have a filler ad there in case your local cable company wasn't able to sell that ad block. It often happens to smaller cable networks. Well, that ad that's being sold there traditionally is just one that everybody sees. You know, Sling or Dish would just show one to everybody. Now with streaming, YouTube and Sling and other places can say, hey, this person here, they really like movies, or they really like cars, or they really like sports. We're going to show them an ad based on their viewing history that will help us go out there and sell the ad at a higher revenue, because ad companies are willing to pay more if they find that that ad is going to somebody who's probably going to be interested. That allows Sling TV and YouTube TV to sell for a smaller monthly profit, with the goal of making the revenue up on the back end through things like ad revenue sales and add-ons. Now that allows Sling TV to be $25 and YouTube TV to be $40, when people have argued that they're probably losing money on that. The good news is it doesn't sound like they are. It sounds like they're doing better than they expected with their ad revenue, and in Sling TV's case, tripling it from year over year. So keep an eye on this. Now, other companies have been working on this. Of course, Hulu does it. AT&T now does it. They bought an ad company recently to do this. AT&T's even talking about putting ads on your screen as you pause the screen when you stream something. The ability to have ads will help keep your price down. My question to you is, what do you think about this? Does it bother you that these ads are targeted? If I hadn't told you, would you have known? I know it's in the legal description. I know if you dig down, it says it right there in the settings, but you kind of have to look for it. Websites do this. You ever go to a website and you see the ads and it's similar something you just saw. You were just shopping online for a particular product and now it's there. I was looking for a new desk and now tons of my ads are for this desk website I was looking at desks on. And that is because they're targeting that ad to you because they know that's what you were looking at. That allows the websites to make more money, and it allows you to use sites like Court Cars News for free. Well, with streaming, it's allowing you to have a lower price. You see Hulu just cut their price from $7.99 to $5.99 a month. They're doing that because they're making more money off of ads. So my question to you is, does that bother you? What do you think about that? Like with Hulu, if they're willing to keep lowering the price as their ads become more targeted, more profitable for them, would that be fine for you? Or are you wishing that there be, hey, would Sling TV offer a $5 a month plan to opt out of all these targeted ads? Would that be something you're interested in? Leave me a comment, let me know, I'd love to hear from you. But hey, that is this week's video. If you like this, hit that thumbs up, it really does help us. Hit that subscribe button. And if you're watching this on Saturday or Sunday, on Sunday, I am going to be starting a new giveaway. It's a little bit of a secret what it's going to be, but head over to courtcarsnews.com. We're going to have a week-long giveaway starting on the 3rd of March with a really nice set of prizes. So check that out and enter the giveaway and help out Court Cars News. All right, everybody, have a great week. Thanks for watching. Hope that little tidbit about the giveaway made it worth staying to the end, and we'll see you next week.